What's going on, guys? Today for a review, I've got the movie everyone's been waiting for, Mary Poppins Returns on 4K Blu-ray. I won't be discussing the movie itself, I'm just going to share with you my thoughts on the video and audio quality. But before we get into it, I'm Shane and this is Spare Change. If you're a fan of high quality movies at home, like this 4K Blu-ray, or want to keep up on what's new in the audio and video world, then consider subscribing for new weekly videos. Now for a few tech specs. The movie was shot in 3.4K. It's got a 2K DI. It's rated PG. Runtime is 130 minutes. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so there are black letterbox bars. Now, image quality here I found was a mixed bag. I thought much of the color palette was a bit flat. Colors didn't have that much pop, as if there was a light haze over the image. So black levels at times could look a little muddy and just lack contrast. But there are times where there is some very good contrast and a rich level of saturation. This could be an artistic visual choice to give it a vintage feel, but I figured I'd just mention it anyways. Now, most of the times that I did notice this was when the story took place in the real world. When they started entering Mary Poppins' fantasy world, like Chapter 8's porcelain sequence, colors popped with vibrancy and you get those nice HDR visuals. Chapter 5's bathtub scene was another standout with various shades of blues and some nice variations in those bubbles. Now, comparing this to the 1080p Blu-ray, I thought there was a slight increase in sharpness and detail. This isn't a 4K crisper, but close-ups do exhibit more nuance with overall tighter, cleaner visuals throughout much of the background scenery. There's also some softness to the image, likely due to the type of lenses that were used, but again, it's likely an artistic choice.
Mary Poppins!
Audio is in Dolby Atmos, and being a Disney release, you'll have to bump up that volume another 10 dB or so. Doing so does liven up the soundtrack, but I felt it did feel a bit flat at times. Some of the musical numbers could have been more dynamic because I felt bass response was lacking, and I thought dialogue was thin without much weight. Sure, you could probably adjust bass management in your receiver or processor, but that's not something you should have to do just because it's from Disney. The Atmos speakers were relegated to mostly ambiance with really no discrete effects. If there were, I hadn't noticed any. Bass response again was absent, but there is some decent sound movement through the lower channels, with the carriage chase in Chapter 8 being one of the main highlights. So for audio, I'm going to go with 6.9. It's another audio challenged Atmos mix, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to watch this. I figured there'd be some great musical numbers, and even though they weren't horrible, I felt they should have been a whole lot better. For video, I'm going to go with a 7. Sure, maybe it's just the director's vision, but I thought the image looked a bit flat at times. Not all the time, because I thought there were some great HDR moments. It's a nice upgrade over the standard Blu-ray, but I don't think it's going to wow anyone anytime soon. Now, if you guys are Mary Poppins fans, I'll leave a link down below in the description. It is an affiliate link, so by using those links, it does help out the channel. Follow us on social media, and if you want to support us and get exclusive content and giveaways, then stop by our Patreon page. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys again in the next video.